Dear friends, we generally have the habit of imagining showbiz personalities as individuals distant from us, oblivious to the existential complexities that involve us in our daily lives. Of course, this is not the case. Although, on the one hand, these people live in situations that are certainly different from those who lead a normal life, they are still individuals subject to those emotional and spiritual experiences typical of humanity from its origins. In particular, the relationship with the divine and the perception of God are elements that run through everyone's lives, including those who are famous for their successes in various fields of entertainment. Therefore, it is not at all surprising to witness religious conversions of well-known figures, people who, despite fame and success, seek deeper meaning and spiritual connection. Speaking of famous conversions and referring to the Bible, the first thought inevitably leads us to Saul, electrocuted on the road to Damascus, or to St. Paul the Apostle, former tent maker, Hellenized Jew, who became the main missionary of the gospel of Jesus between the Greeks and the Romans. He was certainly not a Hollywood celebrity, but certainly his transformation from a terrible persecutor of Christians to an apostle of the people makes us understand how profoundly the discovery of faith can change an individual's existence. But what leads a famous actor or singer to embrace the Catholic faith? Sometimes it is enough to browse their biography to understand what led them to become fervent believers. Many times it is possible to learn it directly from them. Here's a list of some Hollywood stars who converted to Christianity, some truly surprising. Despite being born into a Catholic family, American actor Sylvester Stallone was never a fervent Catholic. Only after turning 70 years old did the protagonist of great hits like Rocky and Rambo embrace the gospel again, help priests and preachers in their work of evangelization, and consider the church the gymnasium of the soul. It is no coincidence that his character, the boxer Rocky Balboa, also discovers Jesus in the sixth film dedicated to his story. Recently, Sylvester Stallone also had the privilege of meeting Pope Francis, who received him in audience at the Vatican. His entire family was present with Stallone, including his brother Frank, a well-known musician who with him received honorary citizenship in Gioia del Colle, a town near Bari, Italy, his family's original home. Antonio Banderas. For many years, the Spanish actor and producer Antonio Banderas has traveled to Malaga, Spain, to participate in Holy Week, an important religious, social, and cultural event characterized by processional rites that take place from Palm Sunday to Good Friday, in which the brotherhoods carry out the mysteries linked to the Passion of Jesus for the city. Banderas himself participates in the processions leading the throne of the Blessed Virgin Mary of Tears. A Catholic by birth, Banderas distanced himself from the faith as a teenager, but later embraced it again, driven by a new need for spirituality and the desire to make Christ's commandment of love and mercy his own. Among the famous religious conversions is also that of the actor Al Pacino, a practicing Catholic who, having distanced himself from religion in his youth, embraced it again during the filming of the film The Godfather. Al Pacino, in fact, testified in an interview that it was precisely the theme of sin and redemption at the center of Francis Ford Coppola's film, and the rich Catholic imagery present in the events of the Corleone family that triggered his spiritual awakening. Mel Gibson, Australian actor in numerous films and director of the film The Passion of the Christ, he is a practicing Catholic and very devout, but it has not always been that way. After years of youthful success, accompanied by an absolute disinterest in religion, he wanted to get closer to the faith by filming this very controversial film in which he told the story of Jesus in a realistic way to the point of crudeness, also deserving criticism, of the Jewish world. Gibson defended himself with these words, "This is not a story of Jews against Christians. Jesus himself was Jewish, his mother was Jewish, and so were the 12 apostles. The truth is written in the Bible. God came among his own, and they did not receive him. This cannot be hidden. But that doesn't mean the sins of the past were worse than the sins of the present. Christ paid the price for all our sins. This movie is about instilling hope, not offending. Today, Mel Gibson proudly takes his faith to Hollywood circles and participates in various social works. Tom Hanks. The award-winning Hollywood actor converted to Christianity as an adult, a choice he made after his second marriage to actress Rita Wilson in 1988. The wife has Greek origins and is an Orthodox Christian. As Hanks himself has stated several times, they were married in the church where Rita was baptized as a child. His children were also baptized in a Greek church. The entire Hanks family attends an Orthodox Christian church in Los Angeles, and in December 2019, the actor even received Greek citizenship. Sir Anthony Hopkins, English by birth, was knighted by Queen Elizabeth in 1993. In the Hollywood environment, where debauchery is considered almost a virtue, it is rare to find people like him who openly face spiritual challenges and deserve respect for their choice. In fact, he confessed his Christian faith in a speech before 500 college and high school students. Actor and Oscar winner Anthony Hopkins as Hannibal Lecter in the film The Silence of the Lambs is actually a humble, practicing, and devout Christian, despite having played the role of a cannibalistic psychopath more despicable than the charts. Cinematographic. But his way of life was not always accompanied by this impeccable religious life. At the beginning of his career, he struggled with serious alcohol problems and was an unreliable person, something that film life did not help him improve. In fact, Hopkins confirmed that many on set followed the same pattern. They often drank and used substances during performances. However, the famous actor, with remarkable frankness, admitted that working with him was especially difficult due to his constant drunkenness. At age 37, he realized that his alcoholism not only endangered himself, but also those around him. Therefore, he decided to join Alcoholics Anonymous. The well-known actor confessed to the public that it was as if a demon had control over him, an addiction from which he could not free himself. With empathy, he was able to share his difficult stage of life with many people who were in the same situation as him. During an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting, someone asked them, "Why don't you believe in God?" The actor found himself in difficulty when faced with this seemingly banal question, and from that day on, his closeness to God began. Little by little, his need for alcohol disappeared, and since then, he has remained faithful to God and his faith. The filming of the famous movie The Rite was very significant for Anthony Hopkins and a deep cause for reflection for his spiritual life. In fact, the actor played an exorcist priest defeated by the demon he had fought against all his life. In an interview after filming, he compared atheism to a windowless prison cell and noted that he couldn't live without God now. Addressing those who deny the existence of God, he asked how they could be so confident in refuting what millions of people throughout history have believed. Religious, philosophers, and intellectuals, and for whom many have been martyred over millennia. And what do you think? Let us know here in the comments, and if you liked the video, please like and subscribe to the channel so you can help us support messages of faith and hope. Thanks from my heart. See you soon.